When I started my photography journey, I often found myself asking a very basic question. How do I actually get better at photography? Here are the three main things that I started to do that helped me improve my photography. Number one, I would watch as many films as you can that have been nominated for Best Cinematography, or at the very least, study the stills from the film. By delving into films nominated for Best Cinematography, you'll gain insights into how professionals master composition, lighting, and visual storytelling. One of the most effective ways to enhance your photography is to study the masters in the field of cinematography. Just in general, when you start to watch these films that have been nominated for Best Cinematography, and you start breaking down how they're actually composed, or what kind of lighting they're using, where the light's coming from, how they're using color and color contrast, composition, all these things, subconsciously your brain is going to be saturated with all these visually beautiful images that you'll start to kind of steal like an artist and go out and try to replicate this in your own photography. And if you're not, you should, because watching these movies are a great roadmap to at least enhance your skills as a photographer. And just by seeing these images and breaking them down, you'll start to kind of see the world as an artist or as a photographer does. And quite frankly, it's kind of a disease of mine. I go around, even right now, this setup right here, the way the light is coming through this window, I had to compose this shot to make it visually compelling, not just for me, but for the viewer. Number two, daily practice and self-reflection. Photography, like any skill, thrives on consistent practice. However, it's not just about mindless repetition, it's about purposeful, deliberate practice. If you find it difficult to shoot daily, you need to really examine why it is that it's difficult for you to shoot photos daily. Is it time constraints, fear of failure, or something else? Then once you diagnose what the real reason is, you need to start figuring out the solutions to that cause. And if you have difficulties with that, leave a comment below and let's have this community help you figure it out. Part of the reason why I love photography is because it's part science, part art. You know, I'm going out and I'm asking myself a lot of internal questions and experimenting. 90% of my photography is just asking questions and experimenting. Would this look better at a different angle, a lower angle, a different shutter speed? Should I change up the focal length? Get out, experiment, and learn from those experiences. And finally, you need to stop focusing on gear and start focusing on your skill and your craft. So what do I mean by this? Well, essentially, gear is gear, cameras are cameras. A camera is just a black box that is going to record light for you. And if you're getting caught up in the gear, you're approaching it wrong. You should really be focusing on the skill every day, not worry about the gear. Getting into photography is a lot like learning how to drive a car. When you're starting out, buying the most expensive car is not going to make you a better driver. Now, it may enhance your driving experience, but it's not going to make you a better driver. Same thing with cameras. The best and the latest isn't going to make you a better photographer. It just may enhance your shooting experience. And finally, I have a bonus tip for you. I didn't know how to categorize this, but essentially when I started to treat my photography like my own personal treasure hunt and stop comparing myself to other people on social media and just trying to get better for myself day after day, my photography exploded. The main thing here is to get out, shoot daily, stop worrying about the gear, stop comparing yourself to others, study cinematography, study movies, and quite frankly, just get out there and shoot as much as you can. I hope these three tips help you, and I hope you start enjoying the process as much as I do. Peace.